Welcome to our Crypto News in 10, a daily podcast bringing you the latest news about crypto in under 10 minutes. It's Friday, March 27, 2026, and it's a loaded day for crypto markets. We've got a quarterly options and futures expiry that can reshape positioning into April. Binance is pulling the plug on non-MiCA compliant stablecoin margin pairs across the European Economic Area. Coinbase Prime is trimming its institutional Vault wallet roster at 2 p.m. Eastern. Magic Eden is shutting down its Bitcoin API as it pivots into a casino product. And in South Korea, Bithumb is delisting NEIRO this afternoon, local time. Let's unpack what matters, why it matters, and what to watch into the weekend. Story 1. The quarterly derivatives clock hits zero today. At 08 UTC, Deribit's monthly and quarterly options settle, both on the last Friday at that time, with delivery based on a 30-minute TWAP. That's a time-weighted average price into the fix. These windows often concentrate hedging flows and can tug on spot and perpetual markets as positions roll or unwind. If you trade around expiring strikes or run basis strategies, keep your risk tight into the print. That same end-of-quarter cadence shows up beyond options. Asia Pacific Exchange lists the last trading day for its March Bitcoin monthly futures as today at 1800 Singapore time, and CME's March 2026 Bitcoin reference rate futures also show today as the last trading day for the BTC 2603 contract. Taken together, it's a global reset across multiple venues in a few hours. Expect pockets of liquidity to thin around the settlement windows, then rebuild as April books take over. Source: Deribit support docs on expiry mechanics and timing. Apex circular for March contracts. CME BTC 2603 contract specs. Story 2. MiCA enforcement bites again. Binance is removing non-compliant stablecoin margin pairs for EEA users today. Starting at 07 UTC, margin pairs tied to stablecoins that don't meet MiCA's e-money or asset reference token requirements are delisted for European accounts. Binance's guidance says cross-margin assets and liabilities in those coins will be auto-converted to USDC if users don't adjust in time, and isolated positions will be closed and settled. This is a prelude to the broader March 31 cutover for spot pairs, but today's margin change hits first. If you're levered on USDT or other non-MiCA tokens in Europe, double-check collateral and bots before the bell. Forced conversions can create unintended exposure. Source: Cointelegraph's explainer summarizing Binance's EEA schedule and times under MiCA. Story 3. Coinbase Prime trims long-tail assets from its institutional vaults this afternoon. Following a Q1 review, Coinbase Prime says it's suspending Prime Vault wallet support for a large slate of smaller or legacy tickers. Think NOI, UMEE, RFOX, PHA, OM, Cream, DPX, and dozens more. Today around 2 p.m. Eastern. Trading for Ronin is separately slated to pause March 30th, but the Vault change is the one that hits today. If you custody with Prime, check your Vault allocations and operational runbooks to avoid surprises on withdrawals or policy routes. Source: Coinbase Prime status page. Incident titled Prime Vault Q1 2026 Asset Support and Delisting Update. Before we continue, here's a message from our sponsors.
Need elite developers fast? Elite Coders connects you with rigorously vetted senior engineers in 24 to 48 hours. Staff augmentation, dedicated teams, or full project delivery. We've got you covered. Visit elitecoders.co to get started today.
All right, let's get back to it. Story 4. An NFT marketplace staple turns the page. Magic Eden is winding down support for its Bitcoin side infrastructure today. Specifically, its Bitcoin API deprecates on March 27th. As part of a broader pivot away from multi-chain NFTs and into a casino product the company says has seen $15 million wagered in closed beta. The wind-down roadmap also included ending support for EVM and Bitcoin Ordinals and Runes marketplaces earlier in March, with its crypto wallet next on April 1st. For builders and traders who relied on Magic Eden's Bitcoin API endpoints for indexing or wallet flows, today's cutoff means migrating to alternatives. Source: Cointelegraph's report detailing the timeline, with quotes from CEO Jack Liu. Story 5. A delisting deadline in Seoul. Bithumb is ending trading support for NEIRO today at 3 p.m. Korea Standard Time, citing unresolved investment caution flags under the DAXA Exchange Consortium's criteria. Withdrawals will continue until April 27th at 3 p.m. KST, but the exchange notes that technical support things like mainnet swaps or airdrops, may be discontinued after trading ends. If you hold NEIRO on Bithumb, the path is clear. Either withdraw before April 27th or be prepared for manual processes. Source: Bithumb's official notice specifying the March 27th trading cutoff and the April 27th withdrawal deadline. Quick recap before we go. Into the New York morning, the quarter rolls over with Deribit's 0800 UTC options expiry and last trade deadlines across Apex and CME. Watch flows as books reset. In Europe, Binance removes non-MiCA stablecoin margin pairs at 0700 UTC, while in the US, Coinbase Prime's Vault delistings kick in around 2 p.m. Eastern. Magic Eden's Bitcoin API goes dark today as the marketplace pivots to casino gaming. And in Korea, Bithumb delists NEIRO at 3 p.m. local, with withdrawals allowed through April 27th. Manage positions around the fixes, double-check collateral and custody line items, and have a great weekend of smart, safe trading. Thanks for listening and see you tomorrow.